Igor is here again, and today I would like to take a look together with you at my recent Blitz game 5+5 on chess.com. And in this game I played my old love, Philidor defense, and the game was e4, e5, knight f3, d6. Instead of knight c6, I played d6. This is Philidor defense. After d4, knight f6. I'm trying to get to the classical lines of Philidor defense and don't take on d4 by pawn e5 right away, like it's kind of recent style of playing, modern style of playing Philidor defense, but I'd prefer to play classical one. So knight f6 and then d takes e5, knight takes e4, e d6, bishop takes d6, bishop d3, knight c5, bishop e2. White wants to save the light squared bishop, obviously. Castle, castle, knight c6, just simple development. c3. Honestly speaking, I didn't quite understand that move. This is just opening, and why white plays by pawn, that move was not necessary. It was no any threats from black's side. It was nothing to specifically protect or do whatever of that nature. Extra move by pawn in opening, everybody knows that it's not recommended. Well, anyway, it was in the game, and I replied bishop f5 and then knight b d2, knight d3. Obviously I'd like to obtain the pair of bishop, because the position is open and the pair of bishop is always preferable in open positions. So white took on d3, I recaptured, and then rook e1, rook e8, knight b3, attacking the bishop on d3, and here I played bishop f5. This is unnecessary and template, or standard reply in such type of position. The bishop just moves away from attack on it by white's queen from d1, but instead I could reach maybe even decisive advantage by playing, instead of bishop f5, bishop e2, and then it might happen like queen d2, bishop takes f3, rook takes e8, check, queen takes e8, g takes f3, queen e5, f4, queen f5, and this position I would consider like almost decisive. However, the game is still in the middle. This is the middle game. We already completed the opening, so I think it could be much better than it used to be. It was in a real game. So in a real game I stepped back playing bishop f5, and then bishop g5, rook takes e1, queen takes e1, queen d7, queen d2, rook e8, knight b, d4, centralizing the knight. I think I had to better trade here a pair of knight. I played bishop g4 instead, and like I said, I imagine I had to better trade a pair of knight, playing knight takes d4, knight takes d4, and then putting bishop on g6. It would be, from my perspective, it would be preferable. Easier position. Black has no weaknesses anywhere. Two bishops. Probably the position is better for black. But I played bishop g4 and then rook e1. Knight takes d4, knight takes d4, c5, knight f3, bishop takes f3, g takes f3, so I achieved some pluses in this specific position, and now I cannot play, unfortunately, bishop takes h2, trying to capture the queen on d2, but the queen is protected by bishop on g5. So instead I decided to trade the rook. Rook takes e1, check, queen takes e1, h6, making some h7 square for the knight, just if any threats on 8th horizontal line. Then bishop h4, I think it's not the best, and I reply not the best either. b5, unfortunately this move releases all the advantage black had. Instead of playing b5, the best move was f5, with a clear idea of the to use the not very good position of white's bishop by playing g5 and f4, and white supposed to solve some problem with this bishop. Probably I think it could be probably f4 in order to save the bishop. Then bishop takes f4, and if g7 g5, then bishop would go to g3, and like you can see, black has an extra pawn and better position here, despite it's questionable because of the queen endings. Queen endings is, as far as I know, not so easy to win with the extra pawn, but it's kind of questionable. But anyway, instead of playing like I did in a game, instead of playing b5 here, the best idea was to play f5. Now after my move b5, white played queen e4, and then g5, bishop g3, bishop took on g3, f took on g3, queen d1 check, king g2, queen d2 check, king h3, and here I decided to get closer to the king, thinking about the possibility to checkmate the white king if white plays not accurately, which exactly what happened in the game. Queen f2, queen a8 check, king g7, and now the only move to save the game was to play here queen d5. Queen d5, and there is no move h5 trying to compose a checking mate, checking net around the white king, but white didn't play like that. White played queen takes a7 and then h5, and there is no defense against queen f1 checkmate. Queen d7, queen f1 checkmate, and that's the end of the game. Thank you for watching the game, and see you in the next videos. Bye bye, till next videos.